Good morning and welcome to this month's edition of Facebook Live. This month we are talking all things campaign. We have our annual campaign kickoff next Wednesday. So to get everybody sort of thinking about it and how it is important to the United Way and our partners, we thought we would chat about that today. Before we get started, I want to thank all of our sponsors. They make this and everything that we do possible. So we are grateful to them. We have lots of guests and we're going to jump right in. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's go around and everybody introduce ourselves, and then we'll get into the meat of the discussion. Want to start with you, Tracy?
Yes, I am Tracy Coleman. I work at the University of South Alabama. I've been here for 19 and a half years, and I see lots of Dumas, Wesley, Sybil Smith, and I used to work part-time with them, so I have a little dear to my heart. And when I do my trainings for my campaign reps, because I run the United Way campaign at South Alabama, I always use the example of, the United Way just doesn't put a Band-Aid on it. And so I go in to explain what a transitional housing facility is and how we do that. And I still say we when I talk about it.
That's okay. Kate?
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Kate Carver, and I'm the Executive Director for the Dumas Wesley Community Center. I'm glad to be here today.
I'm Sarah. Laria. I am the Associate Executive Director of Dumas Wesley and also the Director of Sybil Smith Family Village, which is the transitional housing program for Dumas Wesley.
Okay, I'll go next. My name is Alicia Burrell. I am with International Paper. I am the communications coordinator and the campaign coordinator for our United Way.
And then, hi everyone, I'm Trista Stoutwalker. I'm the VP of Community Impact at United Way of Southwest Alabama. Oh, and I see Justine's hopped on. Hey, Justine.
Good morning.
We're doing introductions.
Awesome. Well, I'm Justine Bitzler. I'm the VP of Resource Development for the United Way and excited to be here with all you happy faces today.
And Jessie, last but not least?
I'm Jessie Tulloch. I am a resident here at the Sybil Smith Family Village.
Welcome. I'm Leslie Schrader, and I'm the marketing specialist and labor liaison here at United Way. Thank you guys for joining us. To start off, let's go to Justine first. Tell us why we run campaign.
Well, we run campaign to improve the quality of life in our community, and that is a big charge and a big task. But the way we do that is through the work of our 46 partner agencies and the 12 internal programs that we have at United Way. And the goal is to mobilize and bring together resources to support the overall health, financial stability, education, and to provide basic essentials for our citizens who need it.
Okay. So as part of the campaign, at the end of the fundraising period, we have allocations in our 46 partners apply for funding. So Dumas, anyone from Dumas, tell us how the partnership and the funding from United Way helps you guys do what you do every day.
Yeah, sure. So we've been partnering with United Way for several decades. So it's really, for me, it's an honor and a privilege to be a part of the United Way umbrella because, the United Way, it to me is like a good housekeeping stamp of approval to be a partner agency with you all, because you guys take very seriously and should take very seriously the vetting process of its partner agencies. And so, you expect a level of transparency and impact at a local level. And for us, that's important because we want our donors to know that we're being good stewards of their dollars. And all the other thing that I think is important about this partnership is the United Way team, its board, its staff, its volunteers, they're all local. The money is raised locally and it's distributed locally. And you guys, the United Way team, knows where the need is. So you guys live here, you work here, and you guys are the boots on the ground. And so you're able to identify the needs and then match the dollars with the agencies so we can continue to serve and meet those needs.
So I want to hear from our companies that run campaigns, Alicia and Tracy. Each of you tell us why partnering with the United Way and advocating for the United Way is part of your company's part of how they do business.
Okay, I'll go first. United Way is a corporate sponsor, of course, but one of the things that we are tasked with as communications coordinators is being liaisons with the community. One of our goals for our 2030 vision is to help improve the lives of 100 million people. So this is our small way of doing that. And so I tell my employees that even though we're in Pine Hill in a small community, we don't have 100 million people direct access, but the people that we do impact, we are good. We want to be good stewards. So when our communities thrive, then our company thrives. And so that is critically important to who we are as a company, to make sure that we give back to the community in which we work and we live. So.
Well, with the University of South Alabama and being one of the largest employers in the community, I think the school board might beat us. Alabama Power might beat us. But with that said, the terminology, we've always done it. You know, that's the way we've always done it. I know that's cliche, but it's true. I mean, we have been a part of the United Way campaign. I think we started recording it back in 1998, but I know that we were doing it well before that as well. And it's part of our priorities is community engagement. And it's like Alicia said, that the more you are engaged in your community and support your community, the stronger your community is, the better off you are. I mean, you know, that's how Justine and I have been training our campaign reps all week and last week. And we basically say the better off that our community is, the better off, you know, we are as an institution and as an organization. You know, USA is strong, and that's why, you know, we are strong, is because we have so many generous employees that give back.
Jesse, I'd like to hear about your experience with Dumas and ultimately what the work that we are all working together for help folks like you.
Well, I came from Washington, and I have 2 kids here, and I was married for 7 years to a man in the military. And when we got divorced, I found myself kind of on my own with my kids, not able to do anything and find anything. And when I got help getting in here, it was just like, I mean, the support is incredible. Like, everybody knows exactly what you need to do. They'll help you. They'll point you in all the right directions. They've helped me to keep my family together and kind of push me in that step I need to, from going from housewife for so long to a single mother trying to make it on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, you want to tell us a little bit more about the transitional program?
Sure. So we're a 2-year program. We are primarily serve homeless families. We do now take in single women as well, though. So that's kind of a new thing for us. But yeah, we're a 2-year program. They come in, we help them, you know, get a job if that's what's needed, get transportation, get their kids in daycare or school. You know, we help them with life skills classes. Every week we have 2 life skills classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So those are things, we have 3 different tracks for that, but for the in general or whatever, it's going to be things like financial help, financial skills. So things like credit repair, you know, banking. We have a lot of folks that come in that don't even have a bank account. So we want them to learn about, you know, how to open up a bank account, how to maintain that bank account. And then secondly, we do parenting classes and things all about the children. So like how to speak to your children or how to discipline your children with respect, essentially. And then the 3rd track is kind of all about me. So things like setting boundaries, healthy relationships, things like that. Excuse me. And we have 17 apartments on site. So they come, you know, straight to us. Like I said, as soon as they come in, we try to help them kind of start getting back on their feet. But as Jesse said, like, in the 2 years that we're there, every person's program is completely individualized because everybody has different needs and different barriers. So we try to address those barriers with each person individually. So whether that means, we pay for daycare for one family, and the next family we register their children for school and help them with uniforms and school supplies. And it's different for everybody, literally. But we definitely would not be able to do it without the support of the community. That's for sure.
Tracy, you want to talk a little bit more about the impact campaign has on our ability to work with our partners and by extension, the community in general?
Yeah, absolutely. So our campaign is the dollars that are raised that we in turn invest back into the community through the allocations process. And so my role in community impact is to facilitate that process. And so I have the pleasure of working with Tracy and Alicia on doing the allocations for the counties. And so the main point that I really want to touch on is the investment plans or decisions are made strictly by our volunteers. They review the applications. They, again, live and work in the communities. They know the need, and they're the ones that make the final decision on how our dollars raised will impact the community. And so it's a real eye-opening process. I know Alicia has shared with me just to see how great the need truly is. And so again, the need is great. So we just need to raise more money. And of course, that's what we're working on at United Way on a daily basis.
So Justine, what's it going to look like this year?
So this year, our campaign goal is $3,550,000, which is a slight increase from last year. And the way we do that is by partnering with literally hundreds of businesses, municipalities, institutions like USA and International Paper, where their employees choose to give to United Way. It's called a workforce giving campaign. And so the majority of our funding on an annual basis comes from individuals through their workforce giving campaign. We also have opportunities for individuals to give if your employer doesn't participate. Our corporations give at a corporate level. USA, for example, also they make a contribution towards workforce development, which is another one, another area that we work on and at Dumas Wesley works on, where they contribute towards having an individual serve as a loaned executive at United Way to help further work on the campaign. And actually, Tracy doesn't even know this yet, but we have an interview on Monday with a USA student who will be joining us hopefully as a loaned executive this year through their partnership. And so there's a lot of ways to get involved. We always say give, advocate, volunteer in no particular order. Our goal is really just to encourage and inspire the community to find your calling, what matters to you. I promise you we have a home for you at United Way. There are 46 partner agencies that work day in and day out to provide services for people who need it, like we just heard with Dumas Wesley and Sybil Smith Family Village. And there are a number of stories and causes that we feel confident that our community can be inspired about and to serve and give back in a way that's comfortable for them. And so this year, like Trista said, we kick off campaign officially on September 1st. And it will run until in the middle of June of 2022. And then we'll have that allocations process where volunteers will be called to volunteer to decide how the dollars are invested, through that allocations process that Trista was talking about. And so we're grateful for everybody who does that. I know it's a difficult process, as Tracy and Alicia have expressed. I have the easy part, where my job is to just work with businesses who are good stewards of the community and want to give back, and their employees. And then they have the hard part to figure out the best route for investment and during that particular year. And it's really based on, what the need is that year. And our needs are constantly changing in our community.
I'm interested to hear, again, we customize campaigns for however it works for the companies that we're working with. I'd like to hear how the IP and USA how you guys run your campaign, because one you're in the counties in a mill, and in USA you're a huge university. How do you guys approach campaign?
Well, for us, it's very difficult because we have close to almost 6,000 employees, and there's no way I could personally reach out to all of them. So, and we have them, USA General University units, which is main campus, and then we have all of our academics and such, and auxiliary departments within the campus. And then we have USA Health, which has grown exponentially over the last few years. We have incorporated many of our local clinics into the USA Academic Medical College of Medicine. So with that said, there's no way. So I reach out to all the division leaders, communicate with them and let them know that we're going to have a campaign, and they appoint representatives to serve in that capacity. And then Justine and I go through 3 weeks worth of training, and then we kick off our campaign on the 2nd. We waited till the day after y'all kicked off. We had originally hoped to have some in-person kickoffs, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately, with this recent uptick in Alabama. So with that said, we will have a virtual campaign kickoff. Every employee will receive our campaign kickoff, and then all of our campaign reps will be on the ground working it for a 5-week campaign. I would like to do it in a shorter time period, but I have found that, especially with the USA Health system, some of those places are operating 24/7, and we just need to give them the time needed to process everything. So basically, it is a peer-to-peer, even though we're not able to do like in-person rallies or anything of that nature. Well, different departments can do different things. It's based on their size and everything of that nature. So, and then I work with them throughout the 5-week campaign, talking to them about, how best to encourage their employees to give. We do videos throughout the campaign. United Way prepares videos that we send to our employees. We have videos that we'll send to our employees. And then we also do a retiree program that we still reach out to our employees that were retired. And we have a special program for USA Women United, and that's for our female faculty, physicians, managers and we recruit them, or we ask them to give at the $1,000 and up level. So we report at the end of the campaign.
Okay. All right, great. That sounds great. I'm taking some notes. You have some good ideas. I'm very much hands-on, but our corporate leadership plays an integral part in our campaign process. They give us a lot of the materials that I use to inform our employees. We do things like do giveaways that are imprinted with United Way. Our campaign turned into a virtual campaign on last year. So the giving is totally online for employees. But the good thing about that, the platform that they use to give, it's the same platform that they use to take training classes, to check their paychecks. So it's really easy for them. If I'm going to go in and look at my paycheck, hey, I can go ahead and give to United Way. So I do have giveaways during the campaign. So this year our campaign is October 1 through the 31st. So for each donor, their name will be entered into a raffle. And so each week I'll give away a prize to try to entice people to give a little bit more. And so I'm thinking that this year, based on the amount that they give, it determines how many raffle tickets they'll get. So the more you give, more raffle tickets, more opportunities to win. So that's one thing that we're doing this year. Last year, I had a great idea about doing a cornhole tournament. That was going to be our finale. And then the hurricane changed all of our plans, but we were able to reschedule that. And we did a cornhole fundraiser at the end of May. That was a great success. I must say, I didn't realize my coworkers were so competitive. And so the good thing about our campaign is the corporate match. And that's a 60 cents on the dollar. So even though we had our cornhole fundraiser after our campaign, because they knew what happened and it was beyond our control, they still did the match for that. So that was awesome. I had a good time doing that. So I'm trying to come up with something fun again this year. We may do cornhole again, but I'm trying to do things a little different. I think we're going to do a bake sale this time to end it. I've heard that we've got some great cooks, and so they'll do an entry fee, and the people will get tickets to go and sample. And so I'm going to flesh that out and see how that's going to work. But I start now, even though our campaign doesn't start until October. My first information will be in my August newsletter. I'll put in some more information in the September newsletter. We have TVs around, and so the slideshow will be playing on the TVs just to get employees excited about it. Probably do some departmental champions as well to help get the word out. Our situation is definitely unique because we are 24/7 and the guys are in production. It's really hard for them to be pulled away from a paper machine to do this. So I also do meetings with them on the way to work, and sometimes we catch them on their way out to just give them more information. So I'm just really excited. This will be my second campaign. I've been here at the mill for about 3 years, but I've only been in this position a little over a year and a half. So this will be my second campaign. So I think I learned a lot last year. And thank you to Trista. Thank you to Justine. They have been a great resource. So this is the one part of my job that I look forward to every year. I have a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And you are also Clark County's outstanding campaign coordinator this year.
Yay! That was I'm
she hit the ground
that.
running and right to the top of the heap.
I enjoy that piece of my job.
I think people watching would also be interested to know that our partner agencies actually participate in campaign as well.
Mm-hmm.
Kate, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we love it when we're asked to, speak at a rally. Of course, things are a little bit different virtually now with COVID, but we love the opportunity to share, a little bit about what we do and how the partnership works with United Way. One thing that we like to emphasize, though, is sort of this, as you guys have called it, the safety net of all of these agencies together, because really, Sarah can name off, I'm sure she could rattle off a dozen agencies under the United Way umbrella that we work with almost daily. I mean, whether it's food from Feeding the Gulf Coast or Penelope House, where we house some of their participants in our shelter. I mean, we work with these folks day in and day out. And that is so key to what we do, whether it's a life skills class or, just another component to our programming. We all support one another, and we couldn't do what we do without the other agencies in the community. And most of the time it's at no cost. It's almost like, we provide services in exchange with each other. And, we are all on tight budgets. We're all nonprofits trying to serve the greater good. And so that's what I love about United Way is you can just pick up the phone and call another partner agency and say, hey, I've got a participant here or a resident that needs XYZ. And they never say no, and we never say no. And it's a great partnership. And it's something that we really are proud to be associated with. And that's something we always talk about in our rallies. And we like the opportunity to share with the community at large who we are and what we do. For us, for Dumas Wesley specifically in the Sybil-Smith Village, we don't have the national branding of the Salvation Armies and the Red Crosses. And so we're just a small grassroots organization. And so for folks in the community to learn more about us is really important in our messaging. And we all know somebody that needs support from programs like ours. And it's nice to just help spread the word to a different audience.
Justine, you want to expand a little bit more on how our agencies participate in the campaign?
Yeah, I mean, one of the number one ways that during an annual campaign, when we partner with and have rallies with our businesses, is share what our agencies do is through those campaign rallies. And on an annual basis, in addition to our for-profit businesses who run campaign, all of our nonprofit partner agencies run a campaign too. at just the same method or way that the for-profit businesses would, where they might have another agency that they maybe work with a lot, or maybe they don't work with as much, and they'd like to come out and speak to their team to figure out another way to partner or connect. And we did the same thing at United Way with our staff this year. We had a couple partner agencies come out and speak to our team, because some of us work like Trista and I, a lot more hands-on with our partners on a regular, day-to-day basis, but the rest of our team at United Way doesn't. And so we ran a rally just in the same format where we had partners come out and speak. And all 46 of our partners run a campaign with their team members. And so we have 100% participation from our partners as well. And that's something that we're really proud of, not only because of the work that y'all do. I mean, we're proud of y'all for the work that you do every day. And serve our community members who need it when they find themselves in a time of need, and to help get people back on their feet. But also that they believe in the mission of United Way and our partnership so much that they also will give themselves and ask their employees to give on behalf of the campaign. And so we're proud to tell all of our for-profit businesses that we work with that, so they know that safety net, exists on a lot of platforms, not only just the literal giving back that you do through your daily service at work, but also your financial contributions as well. We have a volunteer, United Way Day, where we have a big volunteer day too, and all of our businesses can come out and partner with our or work with our partner agencies to have a volunteer job. And that's just one more way, like Kate said, that the our businesses that support campaign financially are able to understand more about what our partner agencies do. And I always say one of the hardest things about working for United Way is explaining what we do in a brief period of time and how it gets done. And how when you're there and you're faced with making a decision, if you want to invest in the United Way and our 46 agencies, how does it actually trickle down to provide services to somebody? I love that we're doing this here today, because it really shows from the start to the beginning of how when a community member chooses to give, how it actually makes an impact at home.
Chris, I want to ask you about how campaign helps also fund our internal programs. And then I'm going to go around and get everybody to do a final thought, and we're going to end on Jesse.
Okay. So yes, like Leslie shared, we utilize our campaign dollars to fund the programming that we offer at United Way. So 211, VITA, Volunteer Connect, just to name a few. Because again, we feel strongly in supporting our community, and we offer those programs as well. And so thank you to all of our donors out there that help support our programs and also our 46 partner agencies.
All right. Last final thoughts, Tracy?
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
Sam?
Yeah.
Alicia?
I think I'll end by saying thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for including me in this webcast today. I learned a lot that I'll take back to my team. Thank you to Trista for including me in on the allocation process. That was a definite eye opener. So within the last couple of months, I've learned a lot, and I hope I can continue to help and raise more and more money. So thank you, ladies, so much.
Sarah?
I think my final thought would just be, when you give to United Way, you're giving really to the programs that we serve. So it seems like you're giving to a business, but you're not. You're giving to people. So people like Jesse, people like the people that McKinney Place serves, United Zero Plaza serves. I mean, all of these agencies, we all serve a different population, and those are the people you're giving to.
Okay.
To remember.
Yeah, I want to just echo the comments made. Just thank you all, especially our corporate partners who are hosting these campaigns internally. I think it's Sarah and I say this often, that we feel like we're all just one crisis away from, either being in a shelter or being without a job or needing food. And it really is just one step away from us. And I think we have all been know someone who has been touched by or served by a program under the United Way umbrella. And so we are just lucky that we have generous partners in the community, like those of you on the call here, who make it possible for us to continue our work. And we're just proud to be standing alongside you guys, serving in the community. So thanks.
Trista?
Really, just I cannot say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just being able to see full circle how the campaign dollars is invested back into the community. You just can't put it into words. And so my final thought would be, please, tune in next week. Help us kick off this campaign. We're going to be on Fox 10 United Way. And to learn more about all of our fabulous programs, all of our fabulous partners, all of our fabulous volunteers. It's just going to be a great day.
Justine?
I just want to say thank you to all of our business partners. Tracy and Alicia they set the bar really high for campaign coordinators. Example. So all the coordinators out there watching today, no pressure. But to echo Tracy's sentiments in the chat, people give to people to help people. I wrote that in my blog. Since our inception, it's been called the community campaign because it is community members giving to their fellow community members. And like Kate said, you never know. We never know. We're one personal or natural disaster away from needing the support of United Way and our 46 agencies. And so when you give, when you're able to give, you can trust that United Way, will always be there, and our agencies will always be there to provide sustaining support for our community. So thank you. Utilize us when you need it. You always know, call 211. Hopefully we won't need that number too much over this next weekend as we head into a natural disaster impacting us on the Gulf Coast. But it's out there, and we encourage our community members to use it, and we thank our donors who fund the support of that program. So it's there. Thank y'all.
And finally, Jesse, what would you like the community to know about your experience and Dumas and its relationship with United Way?
I just really want to say that I appreciate this program that I'm in because it really gave me hope that I can actually get things done. I started giving up, feeling like I couldn't get anywhere. I didn't have the way to get anything that I needed to survive or to raise my family. And this has given me more than everything that I can need to grow. And I cannot wait to get out there and be on my own with my kids. And this is amazing. It's an amazing thing. I appreciate it.
Well, we certainly wish you the very, very best and continued success and all confidence with you guys, with you having Dumas on your team, that you will be successful.
Thank you.
So yeah, I just want to reiterate, kickoff Wednesday, September 1st, all day long on Fox 10, on the iHeart radio stations and on their app. Oh gosh, Justine, help me. Their digital
social media. It'll be on their digital platforms, their social media channels, and on 8 radio stations and Fox 10's television station.
Yes. And I have put a link to the campaign kickoff page, so we will be also posting those stories as they air. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope that we can spread the word about United Way and our partners, and along the way, get a nice, good start to kickoff. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. It's been a really great conversation. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll say what Jill, go forth and do good.
Thanks.
Yeah.